welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm your astrologer and tarot card reader, Mary Trimble, here with your readings for August the 12th through August the 18th. This is the second time I am recording these readings. I neglected to open up the software for my mic on my computer because it's new and I'd forgotten that I had to do that. So I recorded everything without audio. Anyway, these things are sent to try us, aren't they? And it kind of worked out because I had a workshop yesterday and I would have been editing in between and I wouldn't have been there 100%. So these are going to be out and I'm going to get them up as quickly as possible. If you are new, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really hope that you come back and that you enjoy these readings. Remember, these are collective. These readings are for the collective. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't assume everything I say here relates to you or your life. If you would like a personal, more in-depth reading, I would be happy to give you that. Click on this link or go to my website, which all the links are below. These are for your sun, moon and rising, by the way, so check those out too. And the links to all the links that you need will be in the show more section below. What else? If you are returning, guys, I really appreciate your loyalty and support of my channel. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And also, if you would like to support me in another way, please check out my Patreon page. And I want to thank all my patrons. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You can donate once or donate monthly, as little as $1 a month, and that helps me in a huge way. It helps me with equipment and getting and the time to get these videos out on time. Now, my readings come in 3 sections, and there will be skipped time stamps below in the show more section. Also, there's an intro, which is this. There is the astrology report, and after that the tarot card reading. So you will, if you're checking your sun, moon and rising, you'll be able to skip to those times. So everything is below. So without further ado, let's go to your reading, shall we? Please excuse me, I am really hot. This mic is so sensitive I can't put my fan or anything on. It's not that it's really hot, it's just extremely humid. Okay, so what's going on this week astrologically? Wow, a lot. We have this huge full moon in Aquarius. Now, full moons are when the moon and the sun are opposite each other, right? So the moon is in Aquarius and the sun is in Leo. Now, think of the Leo as the heart, right? Leo is heart-centered. It's all about love. It's all about putting love out there. And Aquarius is all about the intellect, and it's about community and humanitarianism, right? So the mind without the heart doesn't have any empathy, and the heart without the mind doesn't have any self-awareness. So when the two meet, it is a perfect coming together, and it's when you can make a decision with your mind and your heart, it's true intelligence, right? So the moon is in Aquarius, the sun is in Leo, and they are playing this seesaw game, right? I don't know about you, but I am very sensitive to full moons. First of all, I'm a Cancer, and so I'm really tuned in to the moon, and I'm a Leo rising, so this will really affect me. Now, the interesting thing about this full moon is that there are 4 planets in Leo. And Leo is a fire sign, it's passionate. And Venus is exactly conjunct, almost to the minute. Let me have a look. How many? It's 22 degrees. Yeah, there's about 20 minutes, 21 minutes between them. But they are almost on top of each other, the Sun and Venus. So this is really an accentuation of love. Now, Venus is the goddess of love, right? And relationship. But she's not all, she's not like, depending on which sign she's in. She's not like the moon that's maternal love. I mean, she can be very moody and sensual and sexual, and there's a lot of energy here, right? And there's a push-pull, so maybe some difficulty in relationships, especially we have Mars also in Leo and Mercury in Leo. And there are some squares going on. Now, squares are contentious. They're not easy aspects, right? So Mercury, all this is happening at the same time as this full moon. So Mercury is squaring Uranus. So, Mercury is the intellect. And look, Leo is about joy, having fun, the inner child, if you will, right? So it's about allowing that to come out. It's about really enjoying yourself. It's such a beautiful energy, all 4 planets, but they are, Leo is a fixed sign, right? So you may need to look at where you are digging your heels in. Can you give a little? Something's got to give with these squares because the moon is also square to Uranus at the same time. So there's got to be some give and take here. Something will give along the way. We don't know what, because Aquarius is a fixed sign, and with the 4 planets in Leo, that's more fixed energy. So there's a lot of, head-butting, right? There's a lot of head-butting. And Uranus is in Taurus. So that's another fixed sign. So there's all this, contentious energy going around this week. So we really need to kind of take a moment and go heart-centered. Put love first. Try to put joy out there. Really enjoy yourself. Do your best to enjoy yourself. It may be difficult with all these aspects happening. We also have Jupiter square to Neptune. That's a whole other story. It's not exact, but yes, that's approaching. Now, we're also feeling this Sunday, the 11th, Jupiter stationed direct, right? So that means he stands still. Jupiter's a male. He stands still, and he's about to go forward. This, in September, I'm just going to quickly mention that in September, October, November, things are really going to speed up. Look, Mercury is already speeding up. It's going fast. So we're going to feel that momentum going forward. So, good energy is ahead. And this is really good that Jupiter's going forward. Things will pick up momentum. We'll start to feel that fast energy, and we'll feel that we're finally getting somewhere, because we've had so many planets in retrograde. And of course, Uranus has just, went retrograde at the same time as Jupiter went forward. With Uranus kind of rules, is in the sky. It's like lightning, it's thunder, it's kind of, up there. Taurus, it's in the sign of Taurus. So Taurus is pulling it towards the earth, right? That's, a lot of stuff is happening with our planet right now. Now, what I will say about Uranus going retrograde, I feel that it will give us a little reprieve to, it will go direct in January 2020. So we can prepare for that time for it to go direct in January. So it's going to give us a little kind of, reprieve, if you will. And it'll kind of, as it goes backwards, you will have a chance to prepare, to put to cross your T's and dot your I's. And I just want to mention this with Jupiter station direct. So Jupiter is to standstill, right? It's really slowed down, ready to go direct because it's been retrograde. So when this happens, all the qualities of Jupiter will be amplified. So, listen, Jupiter is the planet of abundance. And so, of course, our ego is going to really play into that. But I do want to mention, right, that when Jupiter goes direct and with all, Jupiter just enhances and expands whatever you're focused on. So really be cautious. Whatever you focus on and what you believe, what you plan for, this is a really good time to make intentions. It really is a great time to write things down, to be really clear about where you're going, what you want, and how you want to do it. Because if you're focusing on that, Jupiter will expand that for you. So be really, if you're focused on the problem and being mired and being stuck and terrible things happening, well, then that will expand. So keep that in mind. Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your reading for your tarot card section of the reading for August the 12th through August the 18th. And I've already shuffled these. One last shuffle for your benefit. This is my second time around, guys. Let's hope it was meant to be. Oh, I'm sure it was meant to be. It was meant to be. All right, this is for Gemini, What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Gemini for this coming week? 3 cards for Gemini, please. 3 cards for Gemini. 3 cards for Gemini, please. Oh, how many is that? 1, 2. 1 more card for Gemini, please. 1 more card. Thank you. These are clarifying cards for Gemini. Please clarify. Please clarify. Please clarify. And please clarify. There we are. Okay. Lovely. All right. Let's look at your cards. Okay, the first card out is the Tower. Then you have, clarifying that, are the 6 of Cups. Then you have the 5 of Pentacles, clarified by the 9 of Wands. And then you have the Fool card. Clarifying the Fool is the King of Wands. I always think of you when the King of Wands comes out, guys. Very Gemini. Okay, so the first card out is the Tower. Darling, nobody likes the Tower. However, the Tower is very necessary. The Tower is when big changes are coming up for you. And sometimes something is removed in order for us to go in a different direction. This is like Uranus, right? It's shaking things up and making you have to change your life when this card comes up. A lot of people are being kind of forced towards their life purpose. It's like time. We need to help people. We need to be out there. We need to be doing our light work, right? So it could be that you could lose an apartment, lose a job, have to move, lose. It's usually a situation. The Tower is a situation. A relationship could end. Whatever is happening, it's because it needs to go, and it is for the best. It may not feel like that it's the best thing, but it is always the best thing. It's one of those things where they say everything is all right in the end. If it's not all right, it's not the end. Story of my life. I have Uranus on my ascendant, so this is my life consistently. You kind of get used to it. Now, clarifying clarifying the Tower is the Six of Cups. So this is about, it's almost like you are thinking the thing that has been lost, you are thinking about it with rose-colored glasses. So you are hanging on to it when you need to let it go, because you are looking at the past, because this represents the past, as all flowers and rainbows and pretty colors, and nothing is exactly how we remember it when we're kind of contemplating things in this way. Now, another thing this can be is it can force you to kind of look at your past and reassess. It can force you into resolving some trauma from the past even. Whatever this is, it's going to help you forward. It's acknowledging that. The pain in the Tower usually is the holding on as opposed to the releasing and letting go. Now, the next card you have is the Five of Pentacles, and this is deprivation. This is you looking at your glass as half empty. And hey, maybe you are financially deprived at the moment, or you're feeling that deprivation because of the Tower, and that might be physically true. But abundance comes in many forms, and so it's almost like if something tragic has happened, or something significant, let me put it that way, significant has happened in your life, it's about looking for what is working for you. So the people around you who are supporting you, that's abundance. People who are helping you, that's abundance. When you look at the nature of humans when they come together in a tragedy, that's beautiful. That's harmonious. That's us all being one. That's being supported by your community. So you look at where you're supported. You look at where you're getting the help. You look at the possibilities, right? And this is interesting because, you're feeling deprived because you're kind of tired. You're tired of fighting and protecting what is yours, right? This can be protecting your reputation. It can be protecting material things. Like he's got all these beautiful ones in the background. He's worked hard to get there. It could be your job, whatever it is. And this is saying you feel like giving up. You're like, I can't do it. Like me last night when I had recorded those, not last night, the night before, when I had recorded all those videos, and then, I spent probably, it was about six hours by the time I uploaded it and realized that there was no audio. I wanted to just give up and say, forget YouTube. It's just not working for me. But when the 9 of Wands comes up, it is, see, that's the Tower too, something like that. It can be as, I don't want to say it's so small because it was really big to me, but it doesn't have to be a catastrophe is what I'm saying. It can be a little, stone in your shoe kind of thing, a pebble in your shoe. So you're being asked not to give up, to stay the course. It's almost like, yes, take a respite, lick your wounds. Like I took a day, you know what I mean? I had to, reassess, I had to let go. I had to accept what had happened, and I had to make a plan forward. And this is what you do. You take a minute and you reassess, you heal, you readjust your point of view from being deprived to being blessed. Like for me, yesterday I was able to spend 100%, be there 100% at the workshop I attended. And I was able to socialize with these like-minded people, and it was such a gift. Had the audio been okay on those videos, I'd have been running off and editing on the side, and I wouldn't have enjoyed it to the fullest. So I'm very grateful. And so don't give up. This is important. Do not give up. Keep going. You're almost at the finish line. 9 is at the finish line. Now, this is interesting because you have the Fool. And the Fool is about a new journey. And this is also about change, right? So it's the beginning of something new, different. Things have changed, right? The Tower's come down, so things are moving forward differently. And sometimes fear is going to have us like, oh my God, I don't know what's around the corner. What's going to happen? What am I going to do? This is, you get fear, right? Because you have no guarantee of what the future's like. Now, the Fool, on the other hand, is like, oh, this is so exciting. I wonder what's around the corner. I wonder what's going to happen next. So it's a shift in energy. And that's what you're being asked. You're being asked to be in the Fool energy as opposed to, fear. And clarifying it is the King of Wands. You, darling, you like novelty, you like something new, you want to be out there, you're social, you like to interact with people, you like to have fun. It's about having fun. And that's fabulous. Yes, have fun. And the King of Wands is very that. He wants to be entertained. He's charming, he's gregarious, everybody loves him, but he can get bored extremely easily. And so he's a wonderful leader when he is spiritually guided. So when he comes into a reading, you are asked, yes, enjoy yourself, have fun, but remember to come from a higher octave, and that spirituality is really important, to be kind, and it's not about new. Sometimes you have to kind of temper that. And it's okay for there to be a little slope and a little downtime. It's okay that you're not busy, entertaining and being entertained all the time. You need to have a respite sometimes, and it's important to connect spiritually, so that when you are interacting with other people, you're doing it from a spiritual place. Gemini, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video. Please share it with friends, families, neighbors, social media. Help me grow my channel. I so would appreciate that. I've lost a lot of subscribers and I'm trying to build them back up, so that would really help me. And please comment and give me feedback. I welcome feedback and comments, and I always respond. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week.